So I just got some moisturizer in my eye, and this eye is watering up like crazy, which is annoying because I'm trying to put on eyeshadow. I mean, not right this second, but you know, I'm going to. And if it keeps watering like this, it's just gonna mess up the whole process. So somebody tell my eye to cooperate, please. So all I did was apply this e.l.f. illuminating moisturizer. Yeah, don't get that near your eyes if you have sensitive eyes. I have sensitive eyes, particularly this one. So this is my left eye. For some reason, it is a lot more sensitive than my right eye. This eye will tear up if I line the waterline. If anything goes near it, I have to be really, really careful because it'll just start watering up. So right now, that moisturizer, I kind of went a little too close to my eye, and I don't know, it's just doing this and it doesn't want to stop. It's kind of like the fumes of this stupid moisturizer aren't letting me. And I know that's technically not correct, like the moisturizer doesn't have any fumes, but what does it have? Okay, so it has SPF 15 with illuminating effect. I wonder if that illuminating effect is what's doing this. So it says infused with purified water and skin nourishing jojoba, aloe, vitamin E, and cucumber to help soothe and protect the delicate skin area. Well, it's not soothing my eye. Warning, for external use only. When using this product, keep out of eyes. Rinse with water to remove. Keep out of reach of children. So you know what? I'm actually gonna go rinse with water because it's just not stop. I just washed that off my face. My eye still feels a little bit watery. It's not stinging as much. I mean, it wasn't stinging, but it's a weird feeling. So we're gonna scratch this. We're not gonna use the illuminating moisturizer. Instead, I'm gonna go with the oil control liquid lotion. I like this one too, and we're going to try to stay away from the eye area. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let that sink in for a little bit and get into the video. If you saw the title, you already know what I'm going to talk about, and that is my weight. You know, fun subject. So basically, I haven't been on this channel for quite a bit, and my weight is actually part of the reason of that. So I've gained a couple pounds. I want to say about 20. Like it or not, when you gain weight, it does take a toll on your self-esteem. All of a sudden, you're not as comfortable in your skin as you used to be. You know, your clothes aren't fitting right. You look different in pictures. I mean, I probably judge myself more. You know, I take a selfie and I can see like, okay, my face is bigger. I can see my double chin. If I take a full body picture, oh my gosh, I can see how big my arms are. I can see how big my stomach is. And you know, I know that we are our own worst critic. I know that, but it can still kind of mess with you. I wasn't feeling cute. I wasn't feeling it. So I wasn't jumping on camera. I wasn't as excited to make videos anymore. But then today, I have a couple errands to run, so I took a shower, and then I said, you know what, let me just do my makeup, and then I figured I might as well just film it and talk about what's going on inside of me, because it'll at least be therapeutic. So that's what I'm gonna do. The lotion has kind of dried off now, and we're gonna continue. I don't know if I should do my eyes first since they're so kind of aggravated right now. So, but I was thinking of using the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette because it's pretty much been untouched since the last time that I used it. I really do think that these are very pretty shades, you know, so But I do remember it having some fallout the last time that I tried it. So I don't want to do my foundation and then do my eyes and have it all mess up. So I think we're gonna start with eyes. And you know what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna start with my good eye, which is my right eye. This one isn't as sensitive as this one, and we're just gonna let this one chill and rest for a little bit. To prime, I'm gonna go ahead and go back to OG YouTube days and use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk and just kind of use this as my eyeshadow primer. I really want the colors to kind of stand out, and I feel like the white base will do that for me. And if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my mirror. I have the little e.l.f. compact here. I'm gonna start with the shade Coral Punch and just kind of put that on the crease. So back to my weight, guys. You know, I haven't been feeling cute. And I know what some of you might say, like, oh, you shouldn't let that get to you. You know, we can be beautiful at any size. And yeah, that's true. We can be beautiful at any size, and makeup and the right styling can also help. But that isn't the whole center of it, you know, that it's part of it. I guess I should maybe talk about where the weight has come from. I mean, obviously I've been eating more, you know, and I haven't been as active, but there's a reason behind it. And I know the reason. We have been under a lot of stress lately. My husband and I have been trying to have another baby, and it's been rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's been very hard. I've had 2 miscarriages already. The first one was pretty early on in the pregnancy. I mean, they were both within the first trimester, but the first one, you know, was within 7 weeks. But we had been trying for so long that when I finally got pregnant, it was so exciting that we shared it with people. You know, I told my sister, I told my best friend, I told my son, you know, that he was gonna be a big brother. And then to go through that loss at 7 weeks, it was tough. You know, it was hard, especially because I didn't have any problems with my first pregnancy. I just kind of went off birth control, and within a month I was pregnant, and my whole pregnancy was fine. You know, I didn't really suffer. I didn't really go through morning sickness. I didn't have anything that affected my health. It was a pretty easy pregnancy. I don't know, I was kind of just expecting the second one to be the same, you know, and so when it wasn't, it was hard. So that was hard. Now I'm gonna take the shade Ice Pop, and I'm gonna put that also on the crease, just a little bit below that other shade. Then I got pregnant again, you know, within 3-4 months of after having lost the first one. So we were a little bit hesitant to tell anybody this time. I told my husband, of course, but he was like, you know what, let's not tell anybody else yet. Not until we're pretty much, you know, out of the woods. Let's make it through the first trimester, and then we can start telling people. I'd be on my phone checking the probability of miscarriage as day goes by, and I was so excited because everything seemed to be going normal. I scheduled my OB appointment. They said, hey, okay, come in when you're like 10 weeks so we can do like a first scan and everything. So I was really excited. Everything was moving along. My appointment got rescheduled, and I didn't go in until I was 13 weeks. Still, you know, this time I had pregnancy symptoms, so I had really bad nausea. I was super tired a lot of the times. But I was excited about it because it's like, okay, this is great. The pregnancy's moving along. And then I go to the doctor's appointment. They took my blood pressure. Everything looked fine. And then they said, okay, we're going to try to listen to baby's heartbeat. And they couldn't find a heartbeat. So they did an ultrasound, and you know, it wasn't the kind that they do over the belly. No, they had to stick something in me to try and find the baby. And what they discovered was that I'd had a miscarriage, which I had never heard the term before. Basically, what it is, for anybody that doesn't know, is when the baby just stops developing. So, you know, you've lost the baby, but your body kind of just doesn't know yet. So there's no bleeding. But the baby had stopped growing at 6 weeks. That was another hit, and it was hard. It was hard because now we've had a second loss, and then to top it all off, my body doesn't recognize it as a loss and is still hanging on to this, you know, pregnancy. So I was given essentially three options. I could either wait for my body to figure out, hey, there's been a loss, and kind of expel the baby on its own. I could go in for a DNC where they would just, you know, surgically remove everything, or I could take some pills that would basically kickstart the abortion, the spontaneous abortion. I'm going in with strawberry lemonade, and I'm gonna put that all over the lid. So essentially that's the option that I chose to go with. I didn't want to have to put myself through surgery, and I crossed my fingers that the pills would be enough, because after I decided on the pills, I learned that, oh, you know what, sometimes it doesn't get rid of everything and you still have to go in for a DNC. So I'm just like, please God, if you're gonna put me through this of having to make myself bleed to get this baby out, just make sure everything comes out, you know. So I prayed and prayed and prayed, and in the end, yes, I only had to take the pills. I didn't have to go in for a DNC, but it was hard, you know. So I think the second one, we felt that one a lot more, and I went into a little bit of a depression, you know. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to do a lot of things, and I turned to food for comfort, and I could see myself doing it, but I didn't care. You know, I didn't care. I was sad. So I ate, and now I'm heavier. I wanted to come in here and talk about it because ultimately that's what I wanted this space to be. You know, I wanted it to be a space where we could talk about the things that we as women, you know, go through and stress over and are excited about, or are sad about, or are happy about, that only we women can understand, you know. Because yes, the miscarriage was hard on my husband. It hurt him as much as it hurt me, but I think it hurts us differently because we're carrying the baby on the inside. You know, I almost feel like it's a different kind of pain, and I feel like other women would understand. Meantime, I am looking for ways to get more active again. I also, you know, I want to be conscious and make sure that I am healthy physically to carry a baby. So I think what I'm actually going to start doing is, I don't know, I've been considering either jogging in the afternoons or taking up yoga, which I've never done yoga, so I'd have to do like beginner's yoga. But can you actually lose weight on yoga? Do you guys know? Someone let me know down in the comments, like, what would be a good workout routine to start. I'm gonna go in with some poreless face primer. This is again by e.l.f. I'm using a lot of e.l.f. products today, I know, but I really like it. So I'm not gonna put this all over my face because I already applied the oil control liquid lotion. I'm mostly gonna focus this on the areas where I have big pores. So my nose and right here. And I'm just kind of patting that in there. Maybe here on the forehead, you know, just where I get really shiny and oily. And pat, pat, pat. I actually think I took too much of that. For foundation, I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild foundation. And I like this because it has a little spatula. So I'm gonna put this here. I'm just gonna use this brush from BH Cosmetics to spread that out. And I actually want to try a new technique that I recently saw that just says, you know, go around in circles. So like this. So start from the center and just tap it out circularly until you cover the area. It's supposed to give you a more uniformed look, less patchy. For concealer, I'm gonna take the Maybelline Superstay Better Skin, and put that underneath. I'm gonna just take this sponge and just blend that out. Why do you think that we as women stress about our weight the way we do? I mean, I don't see men having this issue, you know? Like, yes, there are men out there that worry about, you know, their weight and weight gain. But it's like if they put on a couple pounds, it's just whatever, you know? And I think for women, it's a lot harder. Like, we take it a lot harder, and I feel like we're judged a lot harder, you know? Like, the world judges us for gaining weight. My weight specifically, I tend to go up and down a lot. I put it on easily. And it takes a ton of work for me to lose it, which I think is just true of any. In the past, not recently, but in the past, I've had people to my face say, like, wow, you've put on a few pounds, haven't you? And it's like, why do you feel it's okay to say that to me? And I'm not talking about a really close friend or a family member, you know, someone that can really tell you truths to your face. I'm talking about like strangers or acquaintances. I'm talking about like friends of my parents whom I don't even know that well, that have seen me after I've put on a couple of pounds and said that to me. They've been like, wow, you've been eating a lot more, haven't you? I don't need you to tell me that I've put on weight. And where do you get off feeling it's okay to say that to me? You know, I don't understand that. I don't understand why people feel like it's okay to tell a woman, to comment on a woman's weight. Just don't. You know, you don't know why she's gained that weight. And I'm just going in with some Wet n Wild Hello Halo highlighter here just before I set my face and everything. I'm gonna take the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder and set my face with it. And what I'm actually gonna do is just take a little bit on the thing here. And then I'm gonna use the puff and I'm gonna actually press that into the areas where I have the largest pores. So those are the ones I'm interested in setting. You know, this is where I get oily. I'm just gonna brush that away now. So I'm just going in with some bronzer here, and this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contour Palette in the shade, which one is this? Dulce de Leche. As you can see, I suck at bronzer and contour, so we're not gonna keep messing with that. I'm gonna go back to the under eye, and I don't know, I think I'm gonna take the shade Old Fashioned and just run that on the lower lash line. Another reason that I haven't really been on here, aside from what I just recently told you about how I've been feeling and all that, is I wasn't really happy in the direction that my videos were going. I've been looking to revamp that, and I'm going to talk about that in a later video. And I do want to talk about that in a later video, but I would like your input as well. What kind of videos do you enjoy watching, especially in the beauty space? Like, what is it that you enjoy? I know for me personally, I like watching people get ready, you know, not necessarily in a tutorial fashion, because a lot of tutorials nowadays are looks that I wouldn't necessarily do on myself, you know. So I'll watch those when I need inspiration for something, and I'm just going over my brows again. But yeah, so I enjoy the get ready with me looks. I think that those are fun to watch because you see people get ready for kind of their everyday life, and it's like, oh, you know, that's a cute look. I would do that too. For the underbrow, I don't know if I should go in with Sherbet or Sunny's. And oh my god, I need to get my brows like done ASAP, sooner rather than later. But you know, life gets in the way sometimes. I'm gonna line my waterline with this NYX Wonder Pencil. Usually I like to go for a dark waterline. You know, I love my black kohl pencil, but I'm trying to not keep this look as dark. And again, baby steps here, baby steps so that the eyes don't water. Okay, I'm going in. And that's fine because this is the good one. This is a good eye. This is the cooperative eye. We're going into the other one. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and wing it out, and for that I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild H2O proof eyeliner. I've been trying to use this up. Look at that, I just messed up there. That's what I get for talking and doing my wing at the same time. No! Well, I just messed up this eye. How do we fix this? I really like this one, but this one's all messed up now. I could keep making the wing thicker, but I don't want to do that. So you know what, I'm probably gonna have to like scratch this out and just redo it. But before I do that, let me put on the rest of my face And you might be thinking like, why, if it's messed up? But that's how I roll in this video. So for blush, I'm gonna take Milani Luminoso. This is a really, really beautiful blush. I love these Milani blushes. They're gorgeous. And I'm gonna put that on the cheeks. So I've kind of fixed that the best I could. I'm not gonna keep messing with it. We're just gonna move it forward. It's kind of a perfect example of the way my life has been going. You know, everything seems to be going great, and then boom, messed up. So now I'm just gonna go in with Citrus, and I'm gonna put this on the inner corner here, just to brighten that area up a bit. I'm gonna use the Maybelline The Colossal mascara and just go to town with this. So I think we're pretty much done with the eyes. I think for highlighter, I'm gonna take the Physicians Formula in Miami Strip. For lips today, I'm gonna take the Maybelline Pink For Me shade and just put that on. Finishing spray, and I'm using the Skindinavia, the makeup finishing spray. Do you guys remember when these were all over YouTube? That is today's face look. I'm gonna take this off because it's doing nothing for my hair, and that's it. That is today's video. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me and my concerns. I know it may be a little bit of a longer video, but I do hope to engage with you in the comments. I want to hear from you. If you're going through something, just know that you're not alone, and I hope to come back and make more videos for you. In fact, I do have some other ideas. Like I mentioned, I do want to talk about a lot of other things, so stay tuned for that. So until next time, bye guys.